I'm ready when you are, Duncan.
Which one? They both say the same.
What do you mean?
Why should you say good night, Arthur, twice in a row?
Because I didn't reply to one of them.
Good morning, Arthur.
No, you stopped from the top. Go on.
Good night, Arthur. Good night, Arthur.
Good night, Mrs. Hintz.
Good morning, Arthur.
Good morning, Mrs. Hintz.
How are you
doing? I'm fine and well. How are you doing, sir?
I'm good, thank you. Good morning, Arthur. How are your boo-boos? Hope you're healing well.
Good morning, Mrs. Hintz. Feel okay as always. My boo-boos are still very sore and still healing. You make my sores heal faster.
I'm sorry you're still in pain, but happy your boo-boos are healing, thank you.
What do you think of my recent post?
I don't think I saw it yet.
What do you think of the KKK, Grandma? Are they a good group?
Yes, I remember your post. They are not as forceful as they used to be, and not as visible as they once were. I have no problem with the KKK. They would never concern me at all. As far as I know, they were just in the southern states. Michigan was more into the different mafia families than the Ku Klux Klan.
Name all the mafia families in your state. Would you ever enlist in the KKK?
I can't. I'm not a purebred white person.
If you were a purebred white person, would you ever join it then?
Gambino family was the biggest in Westland, Michigan. The Purple Gang, partners of the Al Capone.
Bless you.
Jimmy Hoffa, SR, and JR, presidents of the Teamsters Union. I can't remember the mafia family that lived next door to my parents when I was born.
Wow, Al Capone was crazy, huh? He had a mental capacity of an 8-year-old by the time of his death.
I don't know. I don't agree with all of their beliefs and how they went about trying to create an all-purebred society.
You missed out on what there, mate?
White purebred society.
So you like blacks and other ethnic minorities? Don't worry, you can sneak in with the makeshift white bed blanket on your head, and you can pass.
It's being said he had a brilliant mind like Hitler did. He got away with more crimes than Hitler, Stalin, and the other guy combined.
Who's the other guy? That's because Al Capone was a mafia boss, not a dictator. Name all of the things that you think would have happened if Hitler had won World War II.
Depending on the persons, many Arabic people I can live without. And I was raped twice by 2 black gangs. Once in the 1980s, unsolved, and once a few years ago in Robert's garage. In Robert's garage? Fucking hell. I can't remember the other main bad man of World War II's name. FYI, mafia bosses are dictators. I don't know. The world would be very... Where the fuck does it go?
Where are you? Go on. Go on to the next one.
The world would be very American. What?
Just read it.
The world would be very America is loose. What? Using her freedoms daily. That would be a more becoming a dictatorship than people will admit to.
You were raped on 2 separate occasions? How? Why? How did that happen? What are your opinions on Arabians? What happened in Robert's garage and in the 80s? Do you think Hitler would have put us both and Duncan in the zoo together?
I was working for the Michigan State Fair back in the 1980s. I was coming from a bar when I was raped next to my car.
Oh my god.
It was in 2018. I was taking trash to the cans in Robert's garage next to the house when I was raped. Who the fuck would rape her?
Oh my
Jesus Christ.
God, yeah.
Arabic calls 90101.
9/11.
Why is it what? 90101? When President George Bush was in office, they murdered and destroyed property, all in the name of religion. And all the violence going around the world is being done in the name of their religion. They are terrible, violent people.
Exactly what you think, Duncan. The
Not
time
all
when...
of them. No, I don't think that.
Yeah, you do. The time when you were... Time when you were taking trash in 2018, what kind of rape took place? Was it a person of colour who raped you?
No, you would end up being experimented on, murdered. Yes, 4 large black men beat
Oh my goodness. Feel sorry for her.
and raped me repeatedly until the next door neighbour saw the garage door was open and called the police. Our garage doors are rarely opened for more than a few minutes at any given time.
My goodness, what did they even do to you? I'm sorry. What did Robert do, say?
They ripped my shirt and pants off me. Hit me many times and had sex with me both vaginally and anally. Rob blamed me and nearly divorced me then, but his mum stopped him from it. Our marriage has been getting worse ever since.
Were you bruised, bleeding? I'm very angry that they did that too. Were you raped on an even pavement?
I think she lives in a very rough area. America is rough, most of it.
It is.
Yes to all questions. I spent a week in the local hospital because of it, and I was doing kidney dialysis.
Did you get pregnant as a result?
No, I had to have my reproduction pieces removed in 1999 from a surgery called hysterectomy. The doctor thought I had cancer of the uterus, so he removed all my pieces and had to go through a series of shots to prevent such diseases in 2018.
I'm scared to come to Michigan now. I will invite you to Bath with a Dubert. What have you what have you done to prevent such things taking place again?
This is not a normal occurrence.
Was it in broad daylight when it happened?
I'm rarely outside.
I really outside.
Unless it's absolutely necessary. Yes, it was June 30th at 6:30 p.m. It was still light outside.
And you were on the floor on the public pathway when it happened. What did you say to them whilst they were doing it? Did you hit them?
Where are we?
The second slide.
No, they came up the driveway, right to the garage. I was just inside the doorway. Yes, they attacked me from behind. I tried to scream. Nothing came out. I bit one of them hard, which helped me in court.
Did you receive any payment from the court? Were the 4 black men found? What was the age range for the 4 men?
No, and yes, Alan Park arrested all 4. Before they could leave the city, they were in prison, 20s to 30s.
What sentence did the judge give? So did all 4 men take turns raping you?
20 to 25 each, yes.
Wow, I would have expected 100+ years.
I wish, but these were first offenders.
Did you enjoy the sex part of it?
Why the fuck would they rape her?
I know. Disgusting.
I'm confused, it must be like you. No, I was scared for my life.
Sorry, Duncan asked that. Luckily, they didn't have a gun. It could have been much worse. And lucky for them, that the state of Michigan isn't as anti-black as Florida.
I don't think you enjoy being forced by strangers to have sex, especially if they were not pleasant about it. I mean, if they were girls, then they can have sex, they can rape me.
What if they were Mrs. Hintz's
I'd
age?
get raped by a girl.
Oh my goodness.
Florida is not anti-black. Where did you hear such a thing? have enough problems with the Cubans in Miami and South Florida.
No, I don't think he would. I heard it from our national news agency called the BBC. And I even heard a conversation with doctors just now that Michigan and Florida is anti-black. They said that they would never go to America if they were black.
So is the BBC being more racist these days? It was the British and the Dutch who invented slavery to begin with. Sometimes I wish Michigan was anti-slavery. But it was people in Michigan who helped southern slaves escape to Canada.
Would it be better if America was anti-black entirely?
That's fine with me. It's your own country. We have enough bigots and racists here. We don't need and want any more. No, President Abraham Lincoln had a choice when he ended slavery to send them back to their countries where they came from. The documentation and people's memories were not available, so they stayed here. America needs to limit the people from foreign countries coming in. We are still getting thousands of illegal immigrants that we don't want.
Who's scary?
President Trump was doing his best to keep them out. The wall still needs to be completed. I'm afraid that Biden will tear it down, and all the money that the public donated will be wasted on free housing. Wasted?
Wasted?
On welfare for illegal immigrants. Fucking hell. Come in the right way. Stay away is what I agree with.
She is a Republican, Duncan. How many illegal immigrants are coming in each year? Perhaps they are trying to flee war in their countries that Bush caused. I don't think the war was even started.
Too many, several thousand.
Wow. Yeah.
It is half finished. The last time I saw pictures.
The last time I saw Do you think the KKK should be put in charge of the US, or similar to Nazi Germany's government?
That would definitely put an end to illegal immigrants. Ku Klux Klan has a total different philosophy than what Nazis had. Just because Hitler is dead, Nazism and communism are not. Both groups are alive and
live. Would you have liked to meet the Führer? With the Führer? What would you have said to him to you?
I think I would have shot him and killed him without hesitation.
That's not nice.
She's a fucking Nazi herself.
I think you two would have loved the conversation. He would have loved to speak with you.
The man was brilliant at manipulating people, but he treated humans with disrespect and enjoyed committing crimes. And got away with it all. I would have liked to know why he did everything he did. But because he had a vision and he believed in it and was willing to do anything to achieve that vision. But he was a natural liar and the truth never came out. Fucking hell.
Do you think he was handsome? Did you meet the 4 black men in court?
He started out with forcing women who had mental problems to be sterilised or executed. He murdered anyone who verbally disagreed with him. He imprisoned normal German citizens for minor crimes. Imprison anyone who commits a crime. These were the people who built many Jewish ghettos and internment camps and concentration camps. Yes, he was a very handsome-looking man on the outside, but he had a black, evil heart.
Would you ever hug him?
Yes, I did. I had to tell people exactly what they did to me, how they did it.
Oh my god.
No, I'd not like to be that close of a distance to him.
So she did hug him. Oh my goodness, that's a revelation, Duncan. Was there any?
Okay.
Was there any word exchanges between you and the 4 men?
No, I did my best to avoid eye contact.
Would you? Would you join either the KKK or the Nazi Party?
Neither. I just disagree with both groups.
What was for dinner, Mrs. Hintz?
Chicken, corn, and rice. As soon as it finishes in the oven.
So what happened in the 80s when you were raped? Was it Arabians this time? How many?
No, it was just blacks. They were being initiated into a gang. It's an open case. The criminals were never caught. They got away with it.
Were you raped anally and vaginally?
Yes, and cut it with a razor
Oh my
blade.
goodness. What did I do with the razor blade?
Just cut my arms, legs, stomach, across my back and my buttocks. Just they like my boobs. They were the only thing they didn't cut.
My goodness, you hit them. May God bless you.
Tried. I scratched one.
Oh my goodness.
They pulled DNA from under my nails. Thank you.
Any scars?
A few. They were more emotional than physical. Text you after my dinner.
Enjoy your meal, Mrs. Hintz. Duncan asks if you enjoyed the 80s sex. Sorry, he's been really insensitive today. The end, Duncan.
Fucking hell, why do you
What? What's up?
asking her that?
What's up?
If she enjoyed it, she'd be raped. Of course she didn't fucking enjoy it.
You never know, Dunk.
She's a fucking Nazi.
She would have
When
shot...
was I racist to Arabians?
You?
Yeah, you said I was.
Arabians? When?
It doesn't matter. You said I was racist.